Stare.
Like, you're kind of giving face.
Aqua, you want to come up real quick, Aqua?
Yeah, no way.
Category is serve.
I'll drop down because I gotta do
Photoshop.
something anyway. But Aqua, you can take my spot.
I don't
Love you all.
understand why we're even having this conversation.
Yo. Oh my god. It was whiskey. I thought it was vodka.
I don't see you in the. Hold on.
Hey Bronx. Hey Bronx.
Yellow.
What's up, Bronx? Hey.
Hi. Hello.
Can someone drop for Aqua?
Sure.
Yeah, that's yeah, bro.
I was
We gonna bring it
Yeah,
back up.
I'll drop.
okay.
Nah, someone already dropped.
I'll add her. Hold on. Mm.
I'm not seeing you in queue, Aqua. Oh yeah.
Got it. I brought her up. So.
Hey. Yeah.
Hey, Aqua.
Also, what was that going to prove?
That he was in the military.
It
It
didn't prove
was there any
anything.
other point?
No. Yeah, like the military dudes that I know. Like military dudes that I know.
Oh,
Jesus.
oh,
Aqua, what?
whoa.
Robert, an army of none.
Bro, Aqua is a
Um,
savage.
since Siren is in the chat chirping, Siren said that
I'd
it's
like the
oh,
big
never
screen
mind.
again.
I got you.
Which one is it?
The one that says Duran.
Halloween 2024.
Fuck, do you zoom in on the shit?
Anyways, I love you all. I love you all.
Robert, that does not look like you.
I love you all.
All right.
Bye.
That's not even
Bye.
you.
Through basic training and says he's in the military.
Oh my God.
Hey Tony, I got a question. Even if you're what's the word? You're what's it called when you're being basically negatively discharged? What's the word for negative discharged? But like
Honorably.
no,
No,
unhonorably discharged. Would you still
Dishonorably discharged. Yeah.
dishonorably? Would you still have a DD 214?
yeah,
Yeah, okay. I was
yeah,
just
you still would
curious.
have one. It just would have your RE code like on it and your reenlistment code, and it would say dishonorable.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah,
thought. I was making sure because I don't want to hear him say.
yeah.
Also, that picture didn't prove shit. I'm sorry, but that shit didn't prove shit.
Like he's posted up like that looks like a sports track.
Yeah,
Like wait,
they were on like a track, but I don't know if I mean maybe in basic they take maybe I don't know. I mean I'm not in the military, but just curious.
I don't know. My only military experience is Call of Duty,
I
so
have
I
one
can't say shit.
question. So we were having a conversation about Charlie Kirk since I started my live, right? How did the live go from Charlie Kirk to if Durant was in the military or something? I don't understand
Because
how he
we hate
got.
him. We hate him.
Yeah,
He
normally
came
things
up,
stay on track.
yeah, he came up, kind of talking about his experience and using his experience as a mean to justify his opinions, which is like what normal people do. Like I'm not
It's
out of
like
scope for that. It's just that
authority,
they,
what it's called.
yeah, they appeal to authority, yeah. But like he made some claims and then people like push back on his military experience, and that's kind of how this started.
So he came up here and showed two photos that could be proof as otherwise, and everybody else should just say it. No, he didn't. Is that what we're doing? So we're worried about that tragedy, right? If that were to happen, but we're not worried about the fact of the trauma that this little girl's going to have for the rest of her life of seeing her father unalived in front of her and then covered in blood and carried and put in the back of a black SUV. So she's
Happening.
not going to have trauma from that.
I too
No,
wonder
she
about
is.
that.
So
I
why?
think she's
So
gonna
do
have
we
trauma with
really
both.
care? So do we really care about what kind of trauma this girl's going to have? It doesn't sound like it.
That's obvious. I think she's gonna have trauma regardless. She is gonna have trauma,
Yeah, that is a
unfortunately.
pretty traumatic
I don't.
experience.
Yeah, I don't, I'm sorry, but do we have these same conversations after every other pew pewing?
We don't. And that's what I was saying
So,
earlier. We don't
like,
have these conversations. There's nowhere near this type of like society uproar from other situations. I don't.
Can you
You know what I'm
tell
saying?
me
Like
the last? Can you tell me the last time a man that made news and made big news? A man was pew-pewed in front of their own daughter, and it made big news, and people were made aware of it. Can you tell me the last time that happened?
no, I'm not saying. I don't think that's what we're saying. But go ahead.
I think my point is that this person made their career touting the benefits of 2A rights and a lack of legislation. He did this in full view of his daughter. He has said that the unalivings of people as a result of the deregulation of pew pew ownership is to be expected. And then he became a casualty of his own ideology. So I like, to be completely fair, I don't give a fuck if his daughter has trauma because he said that the unalivings were to be expected. And so all the family members of everybody who has been unalived because of pew pew violence have that same trauma. And some of them may be older, some of them may be younger. They may be wives, brothers, like sisters, sons, daughters. Like they may have any number of relationships to people who have been unalived because of gun violence. And he said that that was okay. So I am okay with whatever trauma his daughter has because that's one less person that we have to worry about that would be okay with more people being unalived.
Says a gay black man.
Yep,
Okay, well,
says a gay black
anyway,
And
man.
to be fair,
Gay
though,
black man. I know.
to be fair as well, I think like he had a mention like in an interview or something like that. He said like like unfortunate casualties, just I mean of like gun violence just has to happen in order to keep the rights of 2A. And I think like when we talk about other people having like trauma, we also skip over the fact that like kids in these schools have trauma from that happening in schools, and he was saying that's like necessary in order to keep
What is
our
up with black
right.
people today, man?
Can you just engage with the conversation, or are you just
I
gonna?
just, I just don't
Can
know
you
what has
engage with the
happened to the black
conversation?
community. When did the black
Can you
community get
engage with
so
the
weak?
So
conversation? Anyways,
So
back to
Talking
what I was
about
saying. But back to what I
trauma.
was saying though.
Wait.
Black
So
people talking
because
about
because
so
of
trauma.
the
because
Can we
we
have a
have
actions,
two
conversation?
individual
You sound
observant.
opinions.
intoxicated.
We have two
Talking
Observant
about
individual
because of
trauma.
opinions
the
about
because of the
the fallout from
actions.
this. All of a
No,
sudden,
I
it's a
don't.
black
Talking about
community thing.
I'm trying to hear
trauma.
you,
No,
Nick.
I
I
don't
can't hear
give a
you because
fuck. This
it's
is
scared.
ridiculous. Can you just chill on the black versus white shit, bro? This has got nothing to do with it. Just
It
chill the
has
fuck out.
everything to do with it.
Go ahead.
No, it
What you were
doesn't.
saying,
Chill
Nick?
the fuck out.
You don't think
It
this has
doesn't
to do with
matter.
race at all? You don't think Charlie
No,
Kirk's race had
no,
anything to do with this?
no. I bet
These
you another
people
white
hate.
man
These people
unalived him.
do. But
I
the
bet you a
people.
white. I will bet money a white
Okay.
man
Well, it
unalived
hasn't
him.
been proven yet, has it? It
Every
hasn't been proven yet.
every suspect has
We
been
do know.
white
We do know a
so far.
girl. So
It
Alleged
happened in
suspect.
oh, now
Utah.
all of a sudden, the
Can
black
I
people
say
believe in the
something
justice system.
so I can
But
drop
These
back
people
observant,
down?
I
hate
wanted
white
to get
people.
back to
They
what you
hate
said
white people.
because.
We ain't
All
piecing
right,
it up with you.
cool,
I'm listening,
cool.
Nick. It's hard to.
Hate
I'm gonna try to
black
keep you
people.
muted for a second. Okay.
Gay
So you're
though?
saying it's okay to punish children for the actions of their parents?
I'm
Black.
saying. Oh my God! Can someone shut him up? I'm saying that based on his ideology and what he was pushing to the rest of us, I am okay with the outcomes of what he was pushing. 100%.
Wasn't
100%.
pushing it.
Like I have zero empathy for that man.
We don't want
Part of
your
me may
empathy.
feel
Go
bad for
listen to
his
Michael
daughter.
Eric Dyson.
Oh my
Part of me may
god!
feel
Go
bad for
listen to
his
your own
daughter.
people.
Okay.
It's
All
like,
right.
damn, this dude he's such
I'm
like
about to
a
drop it because I
animal.
keep
He's an
muting.
animal. He's a
I mean,
caveman. He
yeah,
can't
I'm
like.
trying to answer
Black.
the host
You're black
question.
though.
Thanks so much. So I may feel like some sympathy for his daughter, but at the end of the day, like this is what he was doing. This is what he was pushing. He was a far right radical. This
Cis
is
Yeah,
black
all of
man.
their ideology, and it came home to
As a
roost.
homosexual black man.
You
yeah.
know,
He also said that empathy is a new age creation that has caused a lot of harm. So why are people upset that we're like following his
Nobody
teachings? I'm
cares.
confused.
And
Nobody
just so
cares what
that
black people
can
think.
okay, I'm
Like
like
black people love
I'm
interjecting.
sorry.
You
You
We
have
can't
don't give a
any
I
fuck.
can't do anything
Nobody
about him because
cares
I'm not a
what you
No, no,
moderator.
you're
think, bro.
talking about black people,
Like
but they're
black
the
people
only
don't
ones that have
care. They
any
don't
respect
care.
right now,
They're
dude. You're
injecting.
fucking
No,
out of
they
your
don't.
mind.
No, they don't.
Dude, you
Bro,
can't even
it's
shut
people
up
like
when other
you,
people are
but it's
He's
talking. Can't
black.
give
people
a
We
like
don't
fuck.
your
feel sorry for
dumbass.
you. We don't
Bro,
feel
it's
sorry.
people like your dumbass that
Care,
give the
bro.
right a bad name, right? Right? It's people
We
like
don't
you who
care.
want to bring
We
race
don't
into something that
care.
race has nothing to
It
do
has
with.
Yeah,
everything
This
to
has
do with
he's
it.
a
nothing to
fucking
do with
idiot.
It
race
has
by
everything to
any
do.
means. If anything,
They're not gonna
it
piece.
was white on white crime. It was white on white
They're
crime, if
not gonna
anything.
piece it up with you, bro. Why do you think that they're gonna meet a middle ground? They're never gonna meet you in the middle. They hate you.
Bro, I have like you're fucking
Black, and they
dumb.
will
Like go
always
out
hate
and
you.
meet
They
people.
will always
No,
hate you, bro.
no, they
They just
no, they
stabbed a
won't.
girl in the
Sure,
neck.
some
These niggas just stabbed a girl in the neck.
Oh,
you can't
drop
say
him.
that.
Oh, can we drop him for the
You can't
slur?
say that.
Thank
I
you.
did. I
Thank
did.
you.
As soon
Thank
as he
you.
said it. But like it I mean, this is not like a black versus white thing. Like this is fucking stupid, dude. Like why are you trying to turn this into a racial thing? It has nothing whatsoever to do with race. Most likely it was a white man who unalived another white man. Like
And
what the fuck are we even saying? And the fact that you think all black people are bad means you've never been out into the world, bro. That's what it means. Sure, some black people will hate you for being white. It is what it is. Just like some white people will hate black people for being black. It's the world we live in, but not everybody's the same.
Folks, the cash app that I'm using is down. So it's Andrew instead of Andy. So it's Andrew AA 1986. I will read the message. I will absolutely read the message. Let me just reread it because this is an interesting one. Hold on, I don't want to get this wrong. For why did DD and why did Lamb Chop DD say fuck Charlie Kirk's kids? Why did DD say that? Why did DD say that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then I want to clear up a couple misconceptions about my point as well.
So it's why did DD say fuck? Why did DD say fuck? Why did DD say fuck Charlie Kirk's kids? No. Nobody's gonna mute me.
Andrew, we
get
heard
back to
you.
it. Just give us a
We heard
second.
you read the message. We understand that someone has a question about that. We'll get to it in a second.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh wow! That is worth the $2.50.
it really was.
You want to go ahead
Okay.
and clarify what you were
Real
saying?
quick, just real quick, for White Phantom, Siren, King Ligma, never once did I say that I wanted that man dead or unalived, or that I would have done the unaliving myself. What I'm saying is that due to his own rhetoric, he was unalived, and I don't give a fuck about that. There is a difference. If one of you were to mysteriously disappear tomorrow, I wouldn't give a fuck. But I'm not here actively saying that either one of you should be unalived. There is the difference. There is a difference. I can dislike you and want you to not be in my space and also not wish unalivement on you. And at the same time, if it were to happen, I can still not give a fuck. See how that works? All right. Well, I hope that cleared it up.
Yeah, and I just want to clarify what I was saying as well. I don't think I think from his rhetoric and what he has spoke about multiple times on different platforms, different podcasts, different Turning Point USA things, as he says, it's like, yeah, it's necessary for there's a mishap or unfortunately unaliving a few people because of gun violence, and because of that, we still need to keep our 2A. And I think, like Observant said, he just came a victim of what he preaches out there. And I don't think I'm not going to say I definitely pray for the child and the wife and stuff like that, because that is a horrible situation to go through. But I also I can't say I have sympathy, because that means I have to be sincere, and I'm not sincere, but I can empathize with just the situation they're probably going through as a family. Sure.
I'm good.
Yeah,
That shit came
and we
over
don't
with.
agree on that.
Did you know he was in the midst of saying gang violence when they
Oh
took
yeah,
him
he
out?
was. Yeah, that's crazy.
He was taking shots at black people.
Should have checked in with the Mormons.
Like, how do Jesus didn't deflect bullets? Apparently, like what are we doing? What are we doing? You want me to show empathy to that man? Like, shut the fuck up. Every person in the chat that's so disgusting. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Literally, shut the
But
fuck up. I don't give a fuck.
he actively spoke against empathy, like as a concept. Like that's kind of the problem. Like this guy spewed rhetoric that goes against.
Well, why do you assume that GANGs are automatically black people? I mean, isn't MS-13 a big one? And they're not black people.
I think that there are common tropes that conservatives and far right nuts use to say that they're not coming at black people when they are, and I'm pretty sure that in that particular part of his speech or his debate, he was talking about gang violence in black communities. And it's so funny because it's like the defense to that is, oh, he could be talking about any group with gang violence, and we know exactly which group they target with that specific fucking trope. Like, come on.
Okay. Well, if that were true, right? What's the only GANG that's been designated a terrorist?
I'm so sorry. Like, black activists have been targeted as TRO, the T word, for decades. Like, what are we talking about?
That's like the Black Panthers, man. That's not like the C's or the B's or the, I mean.
Does that matter if our government is targeting these people?
Observing got White Phantom down there throwing fucking.
Because White Phantom hates the fact that I have these fucking opinions. Like, dude, I don't give a fuck.
Everyone, mean, that's the freedom of First Amendment. I can say it.
Yeah,
But
like
like,
that's kind of my issue. Like it's all when we on our political side of the spectrum complain about certain things people say and do and the effects of the words that they say, we're being bitches. We're soft, right? But now that we don't care about this one particular thing that it's automatically like we're horrible. Like I don't understand it. Either not giving a fuck about things you don't give a fuck about is bad, or it's good. You can't be both. I don't understand this.
yeah, I think we
But
have.
I don't think this situation's black versus white. I think this situation is Republican versus Democrat.
I don't even think it's Republican versus Democrat. I think it's just rhetoric that you're speaking on, whoever it is, whatever side it is, right? I think like
Well, welcome up. Well,
we've been going for
oh, sorry,
months.
Spiff.
There you go. We've been going for months saying how you speak and the rhetoric you use can galvanize certain bases for you or against you. You know what I'm saying? And I think people need to be cautious. Like, yeah, you have the First Amendment, you have the freedom of speech, but you also don't have that freedom of the consequences that'll come from that speech. You know what I'm saying? So like maybe, people just take a moment and realize like what type of words are being used in society and how that affects people. How that
Yeah, but it's against the law to use violence in response to words.
No, I agree it is, but I'm just saying that doesn't mean it doesn't occur. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Indirectly.
like no one's advocating for that action to be taken. Like nobody was like, please do this. It's just that this situation happened, and the perspective is that his rhetoric led him to this position. So, and that seems to rub people the wrong way. It was a gruesome thing. It was fucked up. 150,000%. It was fucked up. But like we as human beings have the right to not give a fuck.
You ever heard this saying anything after but is all bullshit?
Also like, well, we also have the same stance for like, for example, what's the guy named the guy down there in
God damn, dude,
Venezuela?
relax.
What's the dictator in Venezuela? If he wasn't alive because of the rhetoric he was saying, would we say that his rhetoric caused that? What would we say? Or would
Yeah,
we
I mean
say
you're probably right. You're probably right.
yeah, would we say his rhetoric didn't constitute a bullet? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't think it would all just be rhetoric.
I
I think
agree,
there's
Seth.
probably
It's because
probably violent actions that man's taken also.
It's because of things that he said, right? We're all agreeing that that's what happened, right? It's consequences of the things that he
And
was saying.
and the effects those words had on particular communities.
Fine, yeah, that's fine. Yep. But at least we can all acknowledge that that he said some things, people didn't agree, and he was unalive for it. Like that's it.
Oh, I just came up. Thank you, Aqua. Dana, fuck you. I said what the fuck I said. I saw that you muted me in the comments. Fuck you.
Who muted you in the comments? Dana, you can't mute people
Dana
in the
did. Dana
comments.
J fucking muted me because I say fuck them kids and fuck his wife.
Oh, okay. She muted that comment. Okay,
No,
okay,
I
that's
don't
fine.
care. Everybody else can say what they want to say. Don't fucking police how I feel. And my response, fuck that, and fuck her too. I was talking to you, Andrew, because you was asking me was I making fun of his kids, and I told you what I said in other lives. I was answering you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that way it was because somebody sent a message. So like I said, it's not.
But they don't have to
It's
mute
not
It was
me.
a
the whole
panel
live,
held, and we
though.
were talking about
Why are
it.
they muting for the whole live? If it's the comment, then they could have muted her for 5 seconds and deleted the comment. They didn't
That's
have
what
to.
I hope. That's what I hope happened.
No, it
I
wasn't.
hope
It
that.
wasn't that big at all. But we were in lives earlier, and all of us was going around the panel saying, given what we thought, because he didn't say that about nobody was worrying about George Floyd's kids. Nobody was worrying about Sandra Bland's family. Nobody was worrying about Orlando Castillo's baby. So I was on a whole other live, and I was saying that, and I don't know who told you I was making fun of his kids. I was not making fun of his kids. I say fuck them kids and fuck his wife, cause she's just as bad. So I'm gonna go back on downstairs. I just wanted to come up and say fuck her because she muted me for no damn reason. I wasn't talking to her. I was answering your question.
Andrew, Nick, I think it's okay if Dee Dee expresses her feelings about the situation, however she feels like, right? As long as it's not against TikTok.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
I mean,
Like nobody's telling you you can't have your opinions on like the other people's reactions to it, right?
yeah.
Like I have opinions on people's reactions to certain things, right? And that's fine, but like it's I don't understand why I don't understand the anger and I don't understand like the
But I
overwhelming
mean,
like we need to
like
complain
what you
about
guys
this.
just said, wouldn't that be the same as like somebody didn't like what Charlie Kirk said, so they ended his life, and that's okay? So if somebody wanted to mute
No, we're
Dee
not
Dee
saying
because
it's
they didn't like
okay.
what she was saying, it would be the same thing, right?
Our argument isn't that it's okay. Our argument is that we don't care that it happened. Those are two vastly different arguments.
Oh, okay.
Like I
So I
can
don't care. Okay, so I don't care that that Dee Dee got muted because I don't agree with what she said.
Bro,
so
it's your
there's a
life. You can have that
difference.
opinion.
No, see, so why are you saying that it's okay when that's a false dichotomy? Like you profess to have a platform where everybody gets to have a voice, and it's
That
free
is fair.
speech. And as long as you don't break the three rules that you have, plus whatever TikTok
Oh
guidance
no,
says that they can say what they
I'm
want.
not gonna
So
I'm
now you're
not gonna
going
mute
back. Hold
fucking Dee
on.
Dee. I'm not gonna mute Dee Dee. I was just using it
No,
as
but
an
that but I'm
example.
and your example doesn't make sense to me because in this context you say one thing and then you're doing another thing. You're being hypocritical.
But observant. What the point I'm making is that he can hold that opinion. He'd be hypocritical. That would be a description of him. But he can have that, and it's his panel. So like his opinion trumps whatever the fuck I gotta say.
Yeah, but that's that. So one, he's trying to draw parallels between two different arguments. So his opinion doesn't mean that the parallel makes sense. That's the point.
Ah, that's fair.
Okay,
Like
so because I believe in free speech, me muting Dee Dee would be a hypocritical move, yes. But at the same time, so you're saying you don't believe
No,
in free speech, right?
no, because
Because
Nick, one
if
of our only
hang on, because if you agreed with free speech, then you wouldn't say you didn't care what Charlie Kirk got because he was just exercising his free speech.
Not
So
true.
again, these are not
I mean, if
analogous
Nick wants to
arguments.
mute a
I can
comment
sit
that says
here.
"fuck the kids," he can mute a comment that says "fuck the kids." One of our only rules is what?
But Andrew, this ain't your live. I don't know why you be acting
Also,
like.
like kids can be a. You know what? Never mind. This is beyond the pale. One. I have forgotten what the last person said because Andrew thought that what he was saying was more important. So can someone repeat that?
um fuck. Yo, it left my brain too just now. Hold on. Nick stated that fuck. Repeat what you said, Nick. I can't
It would be
remember.
hypocritical for him to mute DD because it would defeat the purpose of free speech. I don't know what was said after that.
He said something about us believing in free speech.
Oh
So
yeah,
like because we believe in free speech, why do we not give a fuck that that man was unalived? That man
No,
exercised his free speech.
I'm saying you don't believe in free speech. Is what I'm saying. Is what I'm
Whoever said
getting
No,
at.
that?
you so you can believe in free speech, right? Like nobody was saying he can't say what he's saying. The problem is that he said what he said and there was consequences to his actions.
we
Do I
can
agree
believe
that
in
the
free speech.
consequences were like
We can
you
believe in
can't
the
Okay.
free
go
speech,
ahead.
but also
Okay,
acknowledge
so Dee
what
Dee
happens with
mentioned
that free speech.
kids. That's breaking the rules, so she had consequences to that action. So why are we complaining about that?
No one is complaining about what is happening to Dee Dee. Again, she didn't need to be muted for the
Oh
entire
shit!
live.
It
If she
looks
was
like what I said had some relevance. Observant. Oh,
No, it didn't actually.
okay.
So no one, again, I was talking to Nick. So again, no one is
Nice
saying
try,
that she couldn't
Andrew.
have been muted. But again, like even Vicky came up and said that she could have been muted for 5 seconds. She didn't need to be muted for the entire live. Also,
Oh yeah, no,
like we
there's
talk
no
about.
reason for her to be muted for the entire live. I didn't catch that part.
Okay, so are we all on the same page now?
Yeah, and again, if you did that and you were like we're muting DD, cool. It's your life. You would be hypocritical. But that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Like I don't think anybody's gonna be sitting in their room being like, fuck this, I'm a mad. We ain't gonna yell at you for 3 days. Like it is what it is. Like I don't it's not analogous.
And again, I did like Dee Dee being muted in your live is not analogous to that man being unalived. Like I don't see the connection.
I will say the pew pewer was against free speech. That much I am certain of.
I look at it as he was using his pew pew as his form of free speech. It was performance art.
I mean, would
It's
he
crazy.
was he not exercising his Second Amendment that he like Charlie fought so desperately for him to have?
These are true statements, I would say.
Exactly. So what is the point of contention? Because people aren't saying that it is okay for that to happen. They're saying that they don't care because this is something that somebody advocated for.
I just think it's very bizarre that all of these people are up in arms saying we right at dawn, all these leftists are going to get it. We're going to go at WAR, but like it's because they visually saw this happening. Like if there was video evidence and like of all the heinous shit that happens in these school pew-pewings, do you think there would be a little different reaction other than like hearing it on the news? You know what I mean? It's so normalized now. It's literally another school pew-pewing every other day. But because these people visually saw it and was like, oh, that could be, because they related to him too, right? It's a white dude. So like visually seeing this and saying, oh, that could have been my uncle, that could have been my brother, there's like this, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like they see themselves
It's
in the
real for
victim and
them
they're
now
afraid.
because they see
Yeah,
themselves in Charlie Kirk. But all these other kids, they just don't give a fuck about. Like, why weren't the flags flown at half, for all these school pew-pewings? But one man is unalived, and this is the reaction.
That man thought he was untouchable. He
yeah.
thought
That's why
that
he said the
what
shit that he
his
said.
he thought that his rhetoric would never come back and touch him. He thought that what he was saying would only impact other demographics. And it came back and it bit him in the neck. In the fucking neck.
Like, the irony is there. You know what I mean? Everything that he has said has came back to him.
And again, I would. Oh, go ahead, Uncle.
I think it was only the pew pewer that lost their life last time I checked, and he self unalived.
I'm pretty
Talk
sure.
about what? What 11 women are you talking about?
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it didn't
mean,
even
I
make the
didn't hear
news.
about it. It wasn't on my news channel. I
Is
don't know.
that like October in the chat, or is that somebody else trying to be
That's
like?
That's our
October.
that's
That's
our October.
October.
Just making sure.
But I'm pretty sure Charlie Kirk is like number 8,000 and like some change, right? On the gun violence unalivements in America.
Yeah, like he is a part of the
No, much
statistic that he was
much much
cool with.
farther back, to be honest.
Yeah, like
No,
he
I mean
said that he was
this
cool
year.
with a certain amount of the population unaliving in order for him to keep his rights, in order to use his Second Amendment right to protect his other rights. He joined the statistic.
But Nick, can I
Like,
ask you a question? Do you agree with a lot of the points that Charlie Kirk was pushing?
So so the things that I've seen, I can
Is your name Nick?
understand why the black community would be upset, right? Like, so,
Is
like
your
for
name
example,
Nick?
I don't really watch him. I think I've seen like 2 or 3 videos by him.
Maybe like
yeah.
it might give you some better context if you caught like a highlights reel, not like gone deep down into the
So from
rabbit
the
hole, but
videos
just
that I
like picked up
saw,
some of more of his like major arguments, just so that maybe you can understand where we're coming from. Because that
so
man,
I get it. Yeah, I
that
get
man
it.
is
Well, I
Like, so
mean,
when he
hateful.
was saying, so
I
when
could
he's
tell
saying that
you.
he doesn't trust a black
I'm not
pilot,
talking to
like,
you,
yeah,
Andrew.
I
Why you
get
being
where
so
you're coming
Jesus
rude?
from.
Christ,
Why
is
you
he
being so
talking to Nick?
rude?
Because we
You're
were
being
talking about
rude.
Charlie. What the
But
fuck?
he's talking to Nick though. You keep on like you just keep. You're not Nick. You're not Robert. I'm sorry. You're the Tubi version of everybody. Nobody likes you. No one.
Oh God.
damn.
Okay, I'm finished.
Again, damn,
I'm finished. I
Vicky,
feel
go
better now.
go
I feel.
pour
I feel better.
yourself
I don't
a
even.
He said, "Let me get this off my chest."
go pour yourself a
Yeah,
drink or
Vicky
something,
cleansed her
Vicky.
soul with that one.
I'm good now.
Carry on, Nick. Carry on.
Even if he were to have hateful rhetoric, right? I would children if they witness that happen to that person.
You broke up a little bit. I'm sorry. Could you like repeat it one more time, Nick?
So, like, if somebody had hateful rhetoric towards me or a group that I'm considered to be in, just because they had that hateful rhetoric, I would still have compassion and for their kids that had to witness that, like, for sure, 100%.
Nope. You are a better person than me. If he didn't have compassion for the people who were victims of gun violence when it happened, if he actually thought that those were acceptable losses and that the trauma from those losses was also acceptable, then he can be dumped into that same bucket. Like
Yeah, like
I'm applying the
Yeah,
same
but
logic that you used for
his
us.
kids had nothing to do with what he spoke. His kids may
Okay,
grow
But
up
he
to
was a
believe differently
parent.
than him.
But he was a parent
uh,
and he was responsible for their safety. And his rhetoric, whether you agree with it or not, put him and them in danger.
Nah, I bet his kids went to a private school. I bet like that when I saw that statement he made, that felt like someone who thought that they were fucking untouchable. Someone who thought that like, yo, I'm rich and white and like I'm not gonna be affected by these school pupils because I'm rich enough to pull my kids into a school where that is a very unlikely thing to happen. Right? I got security. Ain't nobody messing with me. He thought that he was untouchable. And then he got touched. Like it's
He spoke.
hard to show sympathy when you pay attention to the words that he's saying.
He spoke as if like they are just nameless casualties are okay. He didn't know that he would be the name.
Exactly.
That's literally how he spoke.
I would like to ask something clarifying from you, Nick. Is like your point here, is it that like you're wondering why people are not having said empathy for this person and his family? For this person and his family? Like that
I mean, I
you
kind of
would
understand
subscribe
why
for some
people
other
don't
people?
have empathy for him personally, right? But not the kids. I don't understand the kids and wife part.
Like not his
That I don't
family or anything like
understand.
that?
Right, right.
You know
I
what's
think people should
okay,
definitely have
yeah,
empathy
so
for the family.
so what's actually really ironic about that is that he didn't have empathy for his family either because he didn't believe that empathy was a thing. Um, so I don't see how us having empathy for his family changes their livelihood in any way when they were living with someone who lacked said empathy for them. Um,
Yeah,
that's where a lot of this call
he straight up said it.
for help for him. Why aren't you feeling bad? Why don't you care? Is because he himself didn't care. And he himself has said multiple times that he quite literally doesn't believe in empathy.
Cool. That's fine. That's why I understand him, right? But I still don't
Right, but
understand
do you understand what I'm saying? Is
His
this
kids
is where
may
the point
grow up to
becomes
be
okay, and this is
the
where the point
opposite.
becomes ironic. This is where the point becomes ironic because you're advocating for someone who's someone's family who had to live with said person who was pushing that rhetoric, as if they this changes nothing about their situation.
Yeah, like again, I bring up the example of George Floyd. Like there was a shit ton of memes and horrible shit. Like I don't know if that guy had kids or not, but imagine that guy's kids. Imagine being like going
Do you
into
think
age getting your first phone and seeing all the fucked up things they said about your fucking dad, dog. Like
Do you think
imagine
George
that.
Floyd should have died?
I'm sorry. My basic thing. I'm sorry, Tab, but one of the things that I asked yesterday, and it remains, until I hear that wing of politics say every single name of every Uvalde student, and then take back all the lies that they said about their own report about Uvalde, I'm having a hard time. I'm not going to say it's right. I'm definitely not going to say any of that stuff. But unless I can hear a recitation of the lies that they said and retractions from all of those media figures, I'm never going to take the right wing seriously.
The brutal truth about Uvalde too is like those kids had to be identified by the fucking shoes that they were wearing.
Exactly.
Like y'all don't.
Yeah, but
that's why I keep saying if these people actually saw the destruction that this shit is actually like being done, maybe something would be different.
Huh?
But Indica, the other thing to keep in mind is that the report says one thing, and they just recently revised the report, and they've re-reported on it. The school itself was demolished. No, they said, "Oh, because we just can't have we can't renew this." No, it isn't. That's not why. It's because they know that their maintenance reports were going to be given out. That's the first thing listed on that report, but no conservative talks about that. They've been talking about a prop door that didn't exist.
What was it, like 164 rounds or some shit?
It's an incredible amount of rounds and an incredible amount of police, and the amount of complaints that the school had put in for maintenance and their denials from the school division because they had to pay, right, their school funding. Part of their funding is to go towards a police force specific for schools. So until I hear them start reciting worry about those children, I'm not sure.
That's the acceptable sacrifice for the Second Amendment, though, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's why that rhetoric is disgusting. And I it's not to toot my own horn, but I read that report when it was published. I was on my way to Texas, and I remember reading the report. And I'm telling you now, unless they retract all of their bullshit about the prop door and they claimed it was a trans person, it wasn't. They claimed it wasn't an AR, it was. Until they all retract that stuff, I know personally I'm going to have a hard time relating to anything they say.
On this live, though, we've discussed like a couple different things since I've been on, and some of them were, how does George Floyd's family feel? And then we pivoted to like, oh, they have to retract this and that. Do we not feel the same way about a person dying?
Yeah. Tell me a lie.
Wait, which person dying?
Yeah, tell me a lie that was told about Charlie Kirk yesterday.
Tell me about which person dying, or
which person dying?
Which one and what thing was said that was wrong?
Unalive.
Oh, sorry, unalive.
Unalive. I apologize. Unalive.
Okay, so which person and what? What needs to be retracted about Charlie Kirk?
I'm not saying anything has to be retracted about Charlie Kirk, but did not Charlie Kirk speak about like just his beliefs and things like that, the things that he felt that were true to himself?
Yeah, they were bad and had negative effects.
That person should be unalived.
And he believed that there were acceptable unalivements due to gun rights or PP
Can I
rights.
ask you a question?
And so, using that same logic, applying that same framework, his belief system, I do not give it a flying fuck that he was unalived.
So MLK should have been unalived because of his beliefs, right? Because a bunch of people didn't believe
so
that.
I think, again, you guys are trying to draw parallels between two different things.
No, I'm not trying to draw parallels.
Was MLK advocating for the unalivement of people?
MLK was
in service of rights?
MLK was a person who spoke against the mainstream. So was not Charlie
Okay, so
Kirk.
answer the question that was posed.
Okay. What?
Was MLK advocating for violence?
Right.
He did not advocate for violence.
Okay, then. Symmetry breaker. There you go.
No, Charlie Kirk did not advocate for violence. He
What's
advocated for the Second Amendment.
Did you not listen? Did you not listen to a single thing that someone has said?
I think you're cherry picking, but go ahead.
There's no cherry picking. There's multiple.
It's not cherry picking. What was said multiple times?
I think you
go
are.
ahead, observant.
Your argument is the definition of cherry picking. You're taking a civil rights leader
was attacked by a hammer, and he made a joke saying we should bail him out. That's literal violence against politicians. That he was saying we should bail this person out so that he could do it again.
I'm taking two people that sat there and advocated their First Amendment right to speak how they felt things should be, who never did anything violent, who received violence upon them. So
that's your only correlation. Two people were harmed and they spoke.
That's not a correlation. That's exactly what happened. MLK got shot or unalived.
You're trying to make a crazy generalization of two situations that have.
Yeah, you're being incredibly reductionist.
So
you're being incredibly reductionist.
You're gonna have to. No, but you're gonna have to acknowledge. Okay, so if you let other people talk,
how so?
If you let other people talk, then they will be able to explain how so. Allow me to explain how so, since you want to talk. We're referring to Charlie Kirk, who himself has, and I quote, said that it is necessary for unalivements from these peoples to happen in order to have these rights, the Second Amendment. This is someone who advocated for that and rationalized the fact that these unalivements are going to happen. You're just going to have to deal with it. Now that he is one, you guys are upset.
Are you gonna give me 15 minutes to go sit there and go through all of MLK stuff to sit there and say that violence happens for a reason and that we are the martyrs who are supposed to happen for violence?
That's what everyone's point is that you don't have to sift through everything that MLK said to find him advocating for specifically violence in that right.
I'm sorry
He's not
that it
asking for
happened so
violence in
long
Yeah, he
order to
ago.
was
protect
having, but
rights.
he did though.
Hi guys.
He did.
I'm
There is not a point. There is not a point of necessary violence from that man to protect rights.
Are you serious?
okay. Okay,
He
first of all,
spoke his truth. Like he spoke about
Okay, yet
being
okay,
again, you are
against
not
the
understanding
system,
the
talking from a
point.
about
black
fighting
woman
for
with
your rights. How is that
okay,
not the same?
Alex. So you're comparing Martin Luther King with Charlie
No,
Kirk?
not his message, but the act that was taken against them.
Okay,
Their
so
message is
what is it?
irrelevant. The
So what is
message
his
is irrelevant.
messaging?
The
What is his
No,
message
that's
is
messaging?
incorrect. The
irrelevant.
message is very relevant.
You
How is
okay,
it
Alex? His
relevant?
messaging
So
is
who do you determine
what?
who gets to die?
So
How
there's
do
a
you
Nobody
difference.
here
determine
is
that?
determining. Nobody here is determining who gets to
You don't
like
even have
unalive by
the.
that.
You don't even know the
It
reason
seems
why
like
he
you are very
passed.
much so. It seems like
No,
very
but
much
okay.
so that you are
If you're gonna
saying that he
continue to have a
deserved it and
disingenuous
MLK
conversation,
didn't.
I don't think that you should be here trying to have a conversation with people. Like if you're
Not
gonna
try and boot
throw a
me,
bunch of
but
straw mans out,
I'm
then
trying to
I don't
provide
understand
just.
what the point of you being
How
here
is that
is.
straw man?
Alex,
How
you
is that a
actually
straw
okay.
man?
So Alex, okay, so let's steel man it. You're saying that people here are moralizing who should and should not live. Correct? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
I think unalivement's immoral. However, did MLK at all, because the rhetoric is central to the premise of him being unalived, because his rhetoric led to his unalivement, and so did Charlie's.
Okay.
Hold on, Alex. Listen to the question.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Do you
I'm
think
sorry.
that their rhetoric has the same weight and helps a marginalized community in the same way?
I think that the rhetoric has changed throughout the
Awesome.
years.
Can we answer the question as asked? Charlie Kirk's rhetoric, who does it liberate specifically?
We are talking about something that happened 40 years ago versus something that's
I'm
happening.
talking about the
now.
thing that happened yesterday. You're not tracking. You're
Have
not
you
tracking
seen the
because it's
What do you mean I'm not
responses?
tracking?
That's why you're not tracking
I'm
because it's
no.
convenient now, sir.
You're not
Alex,
listening.
have you seen the responses that came out of social media? A lot of white teen men started rallying.
So
white boy, we're fighting back. White boy fighting back.
White men fight back. That seems really safe, Alex. That seems like you know what that is. I thought that was the side that didn't like violent rhetoric. But today, they're chanting white men fight back. That's crazy.
Who
Are you
just
going to
murdered
condemn that,
somebody?
Alex?
We've
They're
already gone
responding.
over. I went over this earlier. We aren't doing anything about Charlie Kirk. After George Floyd, you guys burnt down 400 businesses.
No,
you guys
that's not the
unalived
case.
20
Like,
people.
That is
You
irrelevant.
guys had
That is
20,000 people arrested.
So
That's
Andy,
irrelevant.
Andy, watch this. How much time are you going to give Andy? What's your measurement of time for
I'll give you
response?
2
Today
years.
or
I'll
a
give
month?
you 2 years.
Perfect. In 2 years. So you're saying in 2 years' time, we won't see an outsized amount of violence based on today as a trend? Are you sure?
Not from today's event and not from the right. We don't do that shit.
I got you. Oh, you don't do that shit. So Charlottesville is
You're drawing
So what was the
parallels now.
damage in Charlottesville?
You are drawing parallels now that don't matter.
What are we
A good thing would be
half
to
the city
say
had to be shut down
so
for
Jesse,
almost a
you
month.
could
What are you
reference
talking
the
about, bro?
$30 million of damage we did to the Capitol.
Can we not just talk
guess
about
what?
how
Guess
a
what,
person
Andy?
was
Guess
used?
what, Andy?
Here's my thing. Andy,
there were unaliving threats.
And Jesse, I don't do political
Andy, but
debates,
your
but
measurement's more real, Andy. I would rather engage with you
Too
than
many
Alex.
people talking at the same time.
Sorry, but Alex is not being Andy, your answer is actually more rational than Alex's. He's pretending not to know what we're talking about. That's worse. I'm asking you, what's the amount of time? I mean, unless you're not pretending. If your foot is on the pedal and that's all the gas you got, Alex, I would go on mute. Andy,
so if we see like any sort of riot linked to Charlie Kirk, I would be very surprised.
So Andy, does it have to be a riot?
Anything.
Oh, white men are mad and they're protesting,
okay.
right? So wouldn't them protesting be the same thing? They're disagreeing with rhetoric that's being spewed, so they're taking action against it. So like the people who don't agree with it should be able to unalive these people and nobody should care.
That's not going to
I
happen.
don't know who
Nobody is going
That's
because,
also not the
because
argument.
Charlie
That's
Kirk's
not the
rhetoric.
argument. How is it that
Because,
everybody can hear
okay,
us speak clearly in the same language and come away with different understandings?
What did I learn?
okay,
in
my
English for
my
y'all
argument
music?
is that nothing is going to. So people are upset, people are grieving, but we're not going to go out and riot. That's my argument.
Okay, but Andy, you're saying you're not going to do it. You're saying there isn't going to be a response. The protests and the riots that you're referencing had months. That calculation you gave isn't 5 days. How long is the metric you just gave for damage?
He's already lost.
I'm saying I think it's going to go. I
Andrew,
think it's going to.
Andrew, you
it's
already
way
lost.
How
There's already been
long?
repercussion of this.
Answer
as
the
long as
how
as
long
long
are you
as
measuring?
you want as long as you need, Jesse, because I don't think that because here's the thing, Jesse, people aren't rioting.
Andrew,
They
you've
would
already
be out
lost.
rioting.
They're not
Rioting
rioting,
isn't
but
the
they're
only
threatening
form.
schools. They're literally making threats to black schools. It's already happened. The ripple effect is already in effect. You lost.
It's gonna
Well, I guess-
require a riot for you to feel something. What?
I guess those people don't agree with that rhetoric, right? So they're going to do something about it because they don't agree. So it's okay.
They're going
We
to
shouldn't
target
care.
black
We
schools
shouldn't
because
care.
a white pewer unalive a white man because of his political position. Do you see what's happening here?
I want to know
I
who's
don't know.
Define
These
a
white
black
people.
school?
These white
Who
people
don't
apparently
care?
think that these white people apparently think that black people are speaking hate against white people, right? So they're doing something about it because they don't agree with it. So we shouldn't
They're
give
being
a fuck
racist.
because these people
They're
should have
looking
never
for a
been
reason
speaking out
to be
against white
racist.
people. But black people should never speak out against white people because there could be repercussions, right?
Wait, so who's speaking out against white people?
What is he talking about?
There's also always been repercussions.
Can I get an answer to my
I don't
question
know.
before we jump off the point?
Somebody said something
What
about
justified?
white boys protesting or something. I don't fucking know against black.
Yeah. So, but what are
You
the?
weren't
hold
listening.
on.
God damn.
Yeah, thank you so much. What are the
Yes,
white
last
boys?
night.
How
Just
is it
so
that
you
we are
know.
all over talking each other? What are the white boys protesting specifically?
I don't know. Maybe they don't like the rhetoric that black people are spewing against white people.
So
Maybe they don't
so you
like
keep
that.
saying
Maybe
I don't know, Andrew. Hold
They
on.
don't like that. Maybe
You keep
they don't
saying,
like
"I don't
the
know,"
fact
and you
that-
don't know
that
what the
there's
rhetoric
a lot of
is.
people who there's some black people who speak out against white people and they say all white people are bad.
I'm asking a very specific question related to this Charlie Kirk being unalived by Pew Pewer, who was not black. Black people were disagreeing with his rhetoric on stage, which was very much gang violence, microaggressions towards the black community. We disagreed with what he was saying. Somebody who was not us, a white person, unalived him. So what exactly are the white boys
possibly.
protesting?
They're not so right now. They're not
And where
going
do
to
black
be
people come into
protesting.
the equation?
We don't.
And why would
know
we be
that a white
unalived?
person unalived them. We don't know that.
We know it wasn't black. I'm sorry. Like, does anyone really believe it was a black person?
What are black schools?
Okay, well, even if we take this as truth, right?
I mean,
So
I agree. I would put money
we
on.
don't, Nick, we don't know who it is, so why are black schools being threatened?
So
No,
this
what
is
are
the
black
point though, that
schools?
every time we have this conversation, we continue to say, "Hey, I would not advocate for that man to be unalived. I would not pull the pew pewer." But he was talking about people, him being okay with people being unalived because of gun pew pew violence, because it supported his rights.
We
So
say the
I'm
same
fine.
thing about MLK.
And so I am fine. I am fine with him being unalived. How does that translate to we should also be fine with schools being pew-pewed?
It is a white man, by the way. They showed his picture. It's a white man, which we knew.
That's a
Way
suspect.
to bring race
That's
into
a
it.
suspect.
They haven't caught him
That
yet.
is a suspect.
They have to. Yeah.
Okay, it's a suspect. Hold on. Let's say it's a suspect. What's the motive then if we don't have a suspect? What's the motive?
Know the motive.
I don't really.
know.
I mean,
I don't really care.
Agree with his views.
Perfect. Okay.
Not agree with the
I
views.
just don't. I don't really care what the motive was.
No,
to be
that's
completely
fine.
honest.
Wait, but Sleepy Wanderer, watch this. So how can the white boys reacting be justified if you don't know the motive yet, Nick?
I love how you bring race still
what are
into
you
it,
saying?
Jesse.
I love how like
the
my original question was never answered, but we. keep, like,
they'll
dodging
never
around.
answer. No, they're never going to answer that
But
question.
I'm confused on how the white boys are reacting, Jesse. What did they?
There have been
That's what
threats to
you're
black
not
schools.
confused. Your internal contradiction is bothering you because the question is
So they
actually
okay,
saying
Jesse.
it.
But so they okay, Jesse. So a white boy messaged black school. Is that what you're saying?
No, well, yes, that's part of it, right?
No, it was
The issue that we have, and that Dina, that Miss in the top right hand corner, I hope it's Dinah or Dina. Either way, what she mentioned before, to be clear, was that there are threats at HBCUs that are unrelated to a person we know nothing about and a motive we know nothing about, but no one's outraged by the HBCU threat. You're just saying, yeah, that happens.
What are
I'm
black
supposed
schools?
to be outraged instantly about this shit, but that is whatever, HBCUs, whatever.
What are black schools, my friend?
Well, wouldn't those black students have some
Alex, look it
type
up.
of similarities
It's part of American history.
to the black people who are speaking the
talking about
hateful
the history
rhetoric,
right
right?
now.
No, they wouldn't.
So
What were
like
they
that
saying?
would kind of be like not caring about the kids, like a lot of people don't, right? It would
It's
be
not the same
thing.
at all. It's not the same
And
at
this
all.
is my
And
point:
also-
is like I don't know what planet your world you guys live in, but like these things are not okay. And like when you
I
guys try to
agree.
justify something because of one thing, right? And then somebody else tries to turn it around on you and say it's because of this, it's no. And it's just like you guys aren't being honest.
What
but
did,
Nick,
hold
okay,
on,
so
no,
not-
now it's my
not
turn.
okay,
Now it's
fine.
my turn. Now it's my turn. What did we say that you don't agree with? Because literally I said I would not advocate for that man to be unalived. I would not pull the trigger myself. I wouldn't do any of those things. But if he's
I'm
unalived,
not going to
I'm not
go out
going to
here and do
care.
anything. Yeah, and I'm not going to go out here and do anything to black people. I'm not going to do that.
Exactly. But why
Like,
would I
just
care
because
that
there's a
someone who is
group that is
okay
doesn't
with
mean-
me being unalived as a result of pew violence, because that's just expected, that we should expect that. Why would I care about that man versus students in a school who are disagreeing with him because he keeps putting them into a box with the label gang violence?
Because no one should be unalived for their thoughts.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. People
I know
are
you
unalived
don't.
all the time.
I know you don't.
I do not
I
care.
know you don't.
That man was okay with people being unalived. He was okay with me being a statistic. He became
You are
a statistic.
You're claiming you're a statistic, but you're
No.
not. But that's okay.
He said that there's an acceptable number of unalivements due to gun violence. That came out of his mouth.
Were you unalived?
Do you
because
agree?
of
Do
gun
you agree with
violence?
the sentiment?
Do you agree with statistics?
I'm asking you a direct question. Do you agree with the sentiment?
Do you agree with the statistics?
Do you agree with this sentiment? Do you agree that there is a necessary and okay number of unalivements due to gun violence?
I don't agree, but I agree.
Then
I agree.
Then if you were to be
You're not-
unalived because of gun violence, I would
I
have
think
empathy
you're
with
being
you
unfair
because
with
you
the
became a statistic based
You're
off of
not-
somebody else's
you
belief
are not
system that have been
unalived.
enacted in
Okay,
our
so
system
most of the
governance.
unalivements in this country are from what? It's from what? It's from more than likely gang violence.
The same thing he got shot right before he was talking about.
So all he's doing is saying statistically this is where it's at, and then you guys are like, "Oh, you're so racist. How can you bring up statistics like that?"
You guys are struggling with the core concept.
Wait, it's like you
This
don't
core
hear the
concept,
point.
What are you?
It's like you don't hear the point. It's like we keep saying the same thing over and over again, but you guys want to keep going to, well, he said this and he believed it because of this. I don't give a fuck why he believed it. He said that he was okay with me being unalived because of pew violence, that it was acceptable.
Alex, you got
okay.
So then something happened to him. Gun violence, pew violence happened to him.
A galaxy to come back, Alex.
That's all it is. That's all it is. He was fine with people being unalived. He was unalived because of pew violence. Case closed. Circle closed.
He was okay with political violence. The dude broke in and with the hammer with Pelosi's husband. Joked about bailing him out.
He wanted to make sure that Derek Chauvin was pardoned. So I don't know. I'm going to struggle. I'm going to struggle feeling something relevant here. I really am.
So what you're saying is, like, let's just use TikTok for an example. So if there's black creators and all they do is spew hate against white people, I shouldn't give a fuck if a white man unalives me.
Who said that?
I'm so curious. I'm so curious. Do you care when black people are unalived?
Absolutely.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think anybody should be unalived. I don't think that's right.
Awesome. Then you just answered your own question.
I mean, it goes
Right.
back
So
to
I
SG.
don't think it's okay, but you think it's okay. That was my point.
Wait, who said
Nobody's
that?
saying it's
No one said.
okay.
Who is saying it's okay? I'm confused, Nick. Who said it's okay? Name a name. Who said it's okay?
Wait, you're saying it's okay not for me not to care. Even though I do care, you're saying it's okay for me not to care.
I'm
So
not
you're
telling
saying
you
it's
what's okay for you or
So
not.
you're
It's telling
saying
you
it's
my
okay.
specific
So
position. And
you're
my
saying
specific
it's
position
okay for white
is that if
people.
you advocate for your rights to result in the unalivement of innocent people, that if it happens to you, it happens to you. What the fuck?
I'm reacting the way he
Yeah.
would
So
react to witnessing.
if a black man on TikTok saying